Well, Matt, we spoke after the game on Tuesday about the Crystal Palace game, but it had been a busy day Tuesday for you anyway. Isaac Olaofe joining us on loan. How did that go during the day? You must be, obviously, you said you were delighted to get him back. How did it go during the day?
Yeah, we managed to finally get it over the line. Is someone of obviously that's his third line. We had a short spell at the end of that season when it was cut short through COVID. I think he played 5 games, 1 goal. Went up to St Johnston, and it didn't quite work out for him and didn't get the game time he wanted. And we managed to get him back on loan. I think he played the 3rd game. I think he came back in at the start of last season. Managed to score 16 goals for us, and someone who played really well and fitted into our system and got the goals he deserved for his work rate and his energy. And a great lad and a great person to have in the dressing room as well, and really fit into the group. And to score that last goal against Hartlepool as well, he'll live long in the memory of many people connected to Sutton Football Club. So to work extremely hard over the summer to try and get him back. Unfortunately, he was due to go and train with the first team at Mill for the first couple of weeks of pre-season, but suffered a hip flexor injury very, very early on in that. Broke down again during pre-season, and he's still not quite fit yet. So I know there was quite a bit of interest in Tanto over the summer, but our good working relationship we've got with Millwall and Harvey Bushell there has been brilliant to deal with. So we're really pleased to get him over the line, and hopefully he can continue playing and scoring goals for us, and which is only going to help him, Millwall, and ourselves. And hopefully he has a good season again for us.
It was your first experience of a transfer deadline day. How difficult was it trying to balance the Tanto signing together with the Crystal Palace game later in the evening?
Yeah, and just also because it's really last minute, whether we knew we were going to get Tanto or not, he was making sure, as I said, I knew I wanted to bring one more in, but he was making sure we had sort of a couple of backups there and we were ready to go. So it's very hard on deadline down there. We're certainly getting close to that deadline, and you feel like you're juggling around and speaking to different players and different agents and trying to make sure your bases are covered. And I've made it perfectly clear to everyone I've spoken to that Tanto is my number 1 target. And as I say, I'm very pleased that we worked extremely hard to get that one over the line.
Was there a point when you were worried that it might drag on into the time when you'd be concentrating on the game?
No, we managed to get it done a little bit earlier on in the day, and then it's just the matter of tying all the paperwork up and dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and then getting it announced later on. So yeah, a few hours before the Crystal Palace game, I knew we were okay with that and we could focus on the game.
And just on the personnel front, had got Tanto in, but we just record Adam Lovett has gone out on loan to Tunbridge Angels at the moment.
Yeah, Adam's had a bit of a frustrating start with us and in the lack of games, and going out originally to Tunbridge last season, but their season being cut short, so he found minutes quite hard to come by. So a good pre-season from Adam. It's important he goes out and plays games. He made his debut and did well against Barnet on the last game of the season. But I feel we just need to run a games now to go and find his feet again. And I'm sure he'll be back in amongst our squad, challenging for one of those starting shirts soon.
And then you were after the Tanto situation, you were able to concentrate on the game on Tuesday night, and must have been pleased at the end of the game that several players who hadn't played or hadn't featured a lot this season so far did well enough to probably give you some food for thought.
Definitely, and I knew that would be the case. We've managed to recruit well over the summer. I'm pleased with the strength and depth and the competition that I've got for places. And many of the new recruits that came in there certainly did well. Brad House was with us last season, but I thought he did really well in goal. Joe Kizzy, we know how good he is and what he's all about. So we're very pleased with him. The 2 centre halves know each other. Ben Wyatt, I thought they're very solid throughout. Ali Smith was outstanding in the evenings and slotted in there really well with Craig Eastman, and I thought he took his goal really well. Enzio and Ricky either side were very bright and lively. And then I think, the new partnership, as I said after the game, the frustration for Toby Silva and being injured and missing most of the pre-season, to come in and score, I was really pleased for him, and I know he would have been too. And to come in alongside Richie Bennett, who again I thought did very well, very, very well on the night, and certainly gives me food for thought and strong options for picking the side for Saturday and moving forward.
Yeah, just looking ahead to the Colchester game now. One player we know definitely won't be playing is Omar Bugil, out with Lebanon at the moment in the World Cup.
Yeah, he's got called up for international duty, and he's the only one in our squad who has. So it's unfortunate for us that we've lost him, but but good experience, and pleased for him to be called up for his country and to go and compete in World Cup qualifiers with that chance to try and qualify next year for the World Cup is a great experience. And we wish him well in that for the week. And he's back with us on Wednesday. Flies back into England on Wednesday, so he'll be available again for the Stevenage game.
And one drawback on Tuesday night was the John Barden injury. What's the latest on that?
Yeah, just a very slight tweak. He had something similar last year and it didn't keep him out for very long at all. So we're going to see how he is in the morning. Rob Milson is nowhere near as bad as we first thought. I've been taken off on Saturday as well. So we're both going to assess where they are on Saturday and where the whole squad is and see where our injuries are. Will Randall's back in contention too. So we've got good options. We'll see where everybody's at in the morning and ready for the game on Saturday.
With those two situations, just as even more opportunities than that some of the players did so well on Tuesday night in the right back position and up front.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got an option there, a decision to make over Toby or Richie Bennett. And Joe Kizzy is deputised, as we just said, very, very well. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about who's playing where. I've just got to pick the right team to try and get the right result for us come Saturday at 5 o'clock at Colchester. And myself and Jason will be in first thing in the morning and seeing where everybody's at and picking that team accordingly. And
Colchester, 3 draws from their 5 games so far. What are we expecting on Saturday?
Yeah, no, extremely tough game. Not that like they all are. I think that the difference between the top and the bottom sides in this league is very minimal. Every game is going to be extremely tough. There's such a thin dividing line, and every point is going to be hard earned. And an experienced manager in terms of the career he's had, and a very successful career. He's got a good, strong assistant manager with him, Alex Dyer, as well. They've notoriously been known, Colchester, for bringing kids through and being an academy side and developing their younger players, but they've seemed to change their philosophy a little bit on that and sign some real experience and players who have come down from higher levels. So they've got some real experience within their team, certainly players who have good careers and know what it takes to go and win football matches. So it's going to be another really tough test for us on Saturday, but one we certainly don't fear. Our performances have been there. There's been a hell of a lot of positives for us this season. So if we can just get that little bit of luck and eradicate those just couple of errors that we've been unfortunately punished for and capitalise on those chances that we've been creating, I'm sure first 3 points are around the corner.
And Tuesday won't have done any harm in terms of confidence and morale either.
No, definitely. And 3 really good goals, a clean sheet, a dominant performance, and one that's all about us. And we'll be trying to take that into Saturday's game for sure.
Well, thanks, Matt. We'll look forward to seeing you at Colchester, and good luck.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Tony. Cheers.